Hey everybody, we are in day 317 in our Bible reading plan, the penultimate day in our Ezekiel reading, Ezekiel 42 through 44 and Psalm 104, and a great psalm, by the way. And today's big idea is that the only way to escape the shame of your sin is not by denying it, but by offering it on the altar of atonement that is Christ's sacrifice for your sin. You might be like, why are you talking about Jesus? We're talking about Ezekiel. Well, because Ezekiel's talking about Jesus. The entire book has been talking about Jesus. And so I hope you've been picking up on that theme. We're in 42 through 44 talking about the temple that is to come. Now remember, in Ezekiel chapter 10 and 11, there was the destruction of the temple, and the Lord had gone out through the east gate. And now in chapter 43, we're told he comes in through the east gate. By the way, when Jesus left Gethsemane and went into Jerusalem to overturn the temple, he went through the east gate. But some little notes that might help in the interpretation of this temple, which is given the dimensions that are so symmetrical and very specific. We've already talked about that leading into the Holy of Holies. But now the Lord enters through the east gate and shuts the door, because once Jesus enters the temple, which is pointing towards the new temple, and remember, there's some different theories of what that is. I believe it's a temple yet to come. Also a temple that might be, here and later, like the Lord lives in us. Our bodies are the temple of the Spirit. So again, a lot of interpretations here. But when the Lord enters this gate, he shuts the door because he's there to stay. And he is the way into the temple. So you come into his presence. He becomes living in you through a relationship with Jesus Christ based on the price that he pays for us on the cross. Now, a big thing that comes up in the reading is, again, the separation between what's holy and what's common. And that's Old and New Testament. The Lord's holiness hasn't changed. It's just the means to holiness is the person of Jesus Christ, now accomplished and complete. And so we see, again, I love the response of Ezekiel in chapter 43. Again, he falls on his face anytime. We saw that with Isaiah. We see it so often. Every time anyone encounters the Lord in Scripture, they fall on his face, and then the Spirit lifts us up. And I hope we have that sense of awe and holiness in the presence of the Lord. So a good cross-reference is Revelation 22, 14 through 15, talks about who is in the temple and who's not, and sort of this reminder again that Jesus is the one who has made a way for us to be part of his story. And so chapter 44, again, the gate will remain shut. The Lord is the one who opens it. And then some more, like chapter 44, verse 23, it says, they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the common. A reminder that we need to learn things. A lot of these things, again, we learn little by little, day by day, precept upon precept, like Isaiah says. And that's one of the reasons we spend time reading the word and trying to learn it. And some of the chapters might be harder. Some of the, commentaries, you might need a commentary. You might, especially the last bit of Ezekiel, there's a lot of written material on it. Take time, study it, use AI, ChatGPT if it helps you. But at the end of the day, we need to learn, and we need to learn. It's not a shame to need to learn, but ultimately all of our sin and all of our shame, not related to learning, but related to our unholiness, is resolved in the person of Jesus Christ. If you remember anything, if you worship anything today, it's the person of Jesus Christ who has gone into the temple, closed the door, but given us access through his death on the cross. I hope you know him, and if you don't, you can accept him into your heart today. Won't you do it and direct message us? We'd love to send you resources to help you grow in your walk. Love you guys.